Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Hot 97 News Atlanta, a brand new live news show where we talk about all the hottest stories in the city. I'm your host, Lana Harris, here with Ronndell with two N's.
You did.
And Million.
Hey.
Boy, we got to talk about DeKalb County this morning. Former DeKalb Superintendent Devon Horton just got arrested for assaulting his wife. I know the school district is sick hearing this, because if you don't know about Mr. Devon Horton, this is a little story time for you guys. Because this man was actually brought into this city for the children.
Okay.
So he was picked back in 2023 as the sole finalist for the superintendent. And 29 people reportedly applied to be the superintendent. And the district was like, no, this is our guy. Sole finalist. We believe in this guy more than anybody. Mind you, they have had a revolving door of superintendents in DeKalb County. So when they were trying to pick this guy, they were like, we need somebody who's going to right the ship. We need somebody who's going to just steer us in the right direction. We've had 9 superintendents since 2010. Nobody's been doing a good job here. So here we are with this guy, sole finalist. The community looked at his resume at the time and they were like, wait a minute. This guy is superintendent of a district that is way smaller than DeKalb County. How does he know how to do this? You know what I mean? Is he really the best guy? And they were like, yeah, he's great. It's going to be fine. Fast forward to the end of last year, 2025. Apparently, a federal grand jury in Illinois, where he came from, indicted him for 17 counts over allegations tied to his last superintendent job, accusing him of getting kickbacks from contracts and just other fraud and tax allegations related to all that. So the district found out about that here in DeKalb County, and they said, okay, you kind of got to go. Basically pushed him out. He resigned. They accepted it. And they decided to audit his spending here. And they found that he allegedly spent $120,000 on the company card, and a lot of it was on food.
Wow.
This man just did it again.
This man's been traveling the country, allegedly.
Wow.
Allegations. Here's some of the food that he spent it on. He $11,000 at Sam's Club.
In a single visit.
God,
dog.
8,000 at Jason's Deli, single charge again.
How?
4,500 at Bambolini's Italian restaurant. 3,100 at Bambolini's. He got 3,000 at Honey Baked Ham, and then 2,000 at Chick-fil-A. Y'all, he was running it up.
In a single charge. How do you spend that much at Chick-fil-A?
Hey, he was allegedly he was running it.
How do you spend allegedly 11,000 at Sam's Club? God, dog.
So that is from Channel 2 Action News. They kind of compiled the spending details there. Great job on them, because that really helps paint the story here a little bit. But yeah, man, so that has nothing to do, if you remember how all this started, with the strangulation accusations against his wife. That's what just happened recently. Apparently, he was found, no, hold on. I don't want to say he was found. Officers responded to his home after getting a call about a domestic violence incident. And according to police, it was basically, they were arguing and it turned into an escalation of him allegedly strangling the wife. And he also ended up with child cruelty charges because he did it allegedly in front of a child. So, now you got the children involved. And this is the guy that they chose as the sole finalist to be the superintendent.
Yeah, they didn't do their research enough, boy. God, dog, they didn't do their research enough.
How do you pick someone as a sole finalist when they have even a hint?
A hair.
Right.
A hair of something.
That could be, somebody must have said, this guy, he's living here in Illinois. I don't know. You might want to look into it a little bit. Surely somebody, I don't know.
He's got to have some great connections. I ain't gonna lie. He's either got to have some great connections. He's got to have some friends in high places. He just must know how to talk. He must be charming.
Yeah.
Because, bro, the fact that he was able, mind you, he resigned from DeKalb County.
Oh, really?
He resigned from DeKalb County.
So
they didn't fire him. He resigned from DeKalb County.
I don't know how that actually work. If you get fired, you get a little couple of benefits. If you resign, you don't. I don't know if they made him. I don't know how that worked. I'd have to look into how that all happened. But
or maybe he knew this was about to come down. Like all this, or they were about to start finding out stuff, and they were like, "Yo," he was like, "Hey, I got to go before this hits the fan." I mean, if I was to resign somewhere and I know I was doing dirt, I probably would be like, "All right, I'm starting to hear some ruffles out here, and yeah, I need to bounce." So
yeah. So the alleged strangulations and child cruelty happened after he resigned. So after all this went down, but yeah, I just thought, boy, I would be sick hearing anything that this man does, knowing that I brought him to this community.
I also didn't know you can get child cruelty charges by allegedly doing things in front of your child. I didn't know that.
That's what the detail said. Children were reportedly present during the incident, which resulted in the additional cruelty to children charge. I didn't know that either.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That is new for me.
Yeah. I saw reports that the lawyer actually came out and said, no, he didn't do this in front of the kids. The kids wasn't anywhere in the vicinity.
Really?
But yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
You know, lawyers are going to say whatever they
want to say.
They're going to lawyer. Lawyers going to lawyer.
Yeah. And maybe he did. You know, we don't know. He's only been charged. He hasn't been convicted.
That's true.
So, you know, we'll see what happens. We will also see what happens with the assistant principal here in the Metro who is accused of shoplifting $900 worth of product from Walmart.
Yeah, man. Courtney Janelle Shaw, 47, a veteran educator and assistant principal, accused of stealing nearly $1,000 worth of merchandise from a local Walmart. The thefts alleged occurred in a series of incidents between November 2nd and December 31st. Now, I want to say this about this story because I know I joke a lot about, you know, stealing and stuff, and it's mostly just jokes. But a lot of these, I say this because my mom is a teacher, and y'all have to pay these teachers more money because I don't specifically know what she stole, you know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure, man, like a lot of it probably could have been something for the school or for the kids or, you know, I mean, bruh, they're just not getting paid enough to live and to provide for the schools, bruh. Like, you know what I mean? Not to say what she did was right, but what I'm saying, and if it was her stealing to provide for schools, I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So, yeah, it definitely was wrong, but I understand if she did it for that cause. That's all I'm saying.
I was about to say just 5 minutes ago.
I know.
You were talking about how you was doing the same thing.
Yeah, but I still for enjoyment. No, I'm joking.
Please.
Oh, my fault. I'm looking at it right now. It says, as of January 2026, the average annual pay for an elementary assistant principal, because she was an assistant.
Assistant.
Guess how much it is?
Over 100.
Over 100?
How much?
70,000.
70?
Yeah, 70,000, around 70,000 a year. This is what
more than
one
I
of the
thought it would be.
reports is saying.
I thought it was at least.
But again, make it make sense, Dale. I'm trying to like
You
rock
can't
with
live
you
off.
on
You
this.
can't live off 70,000 a year,
Who can?
brother.
Who can?
She's probably a mom. She probably is some more stuff, dog. Like there's a grown lady, man. She's 47 years old, dog. $70,000 a year, and on top of that, bro, you got to take into the fact, and I think a lot of people forget about what teachers actually have to do. You're paying me $70,000 a year to watch your kids. So you're not just paying me $70,000 to be an assistant principal. Dog, you're paying me $70,000 to teach your kid. From what you said, discipline your kids. Like, do this with your children. I have to be the when your kid having a bad day, they can't talking to you. They with me for 7 hours of the day. So they coming to me. There's a lot that I have to be this kid's therapist in school. The only reason I'm so passionate about this because I know what teachers go through, and $70,000 ain't enough for me to deal with that. So of course I'm going to steal to help out my children.
Ronndell. She's not a teacher. She's an assistant principal.
That's even worse,
you're,
dog.
You're in a position of leadership. There are what does that say to the teachers and the people that go to your school?
Bruh.
The people underneath her, the people that she's leading.
You're missing the
You're missing
the
point. I'm hearing what you're saying because at one point I was a teacher.
Yeah, so you
and
get
I
it.
wasn't getting paid much
You
either.
should get it.
But what I'm saying is that still doesn't mean I'm gonna go and steal. That's a fundamental problem. That's her problem. No. That doesn't allow you or give you any type of excuse to go and steal $900 worth of things at Walmart.
I didn't say,
and you can't tell me she was doing it for the kids. 900 racks.
We also don't know.
$900?
Yeah, we also don't know what she was doing
doing it for. Yeah, I just said if she was,
saying,
I understand.
Right, we don't know. $900 on school supplies, I doubt it. We don't know.
We don't know. She could have been stealing.
We don't know.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
anything.
we really don't know what she was stealing. But
so
it's an assistant principal though. I can see if she was a teacher. She's an assistant principal. She's making more money than teachers are. What are we talking about?
70,000 is like more than I made actually
What
most of my career.
what are we talking about?
There are times where you can start thinking about stealing. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I've been so broke before I went into the store. I'm like, yo, this does look kind of good.
I get why people do this.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, yo, this does look kind of good, and I would snatch it if I could. But it's like, no, my morals don't allow me to do that, and especially if you're somebody that's in this position. She's an assistant principal, a position of leadership. There's certain things you cannot do, bro.
I understand, man, but you have to I think you have to come into the world of like that. Yes, you were a teacher, but $70,000. We really don't know what she's going through or what her background is. We don't know what kind of family she got. We don't know if she's taking care of her husband and he's sick, or she got kids that are sick. We don't know. You can shake your head no, but we really don't know, bro. So it's like $70,000 might not be enough for her living situation, and she probably is a real good assistant principal that really love these kids. So it's like
I'm saying,
well, I gotta get in here, y'all.
Go ahead.
I will say that the way that she was allegedly doing this is very similar to what you were saying. Like, you kind of like stack it and basically place multiple things on top of each other and scan it in. And they got her on the camera. And this is what I was saying earlier. This is why I don't do it, because I know that this can happen. They literally ended up showing police the security video of her allegedly shoplifting, and they found her. Like, they used a driver's license database to identify it, went to the address where that car should have been, and it was there, and saw that the vehicles matched the vehicle seen in the surveillance footage. Both were registered to her, and that's how they found her. That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine you are thinking you're just stealing, nobody's gonna find out, and then boom. They literally show police the video of you doing it in 4K, and they follow it to your house.
Yeah.
That's I didn't know they could even do all that.
No, they can do anything.
They ain't gonna do it if it's anything less than like $500 though.
I wouldn't get
it's not a
people
felony. No, I'm just saying it's not a felony unless it's over $500.
Coming from somebody that's never stolen before, it sounds like you know how much you can not. Yeah, it sounds like you can know how much you can steal when not getting caught. Brother, that's crazy.
All I'm saying is there are teachers that are making less than her, and they could have been in worse situations than her, and they still decided not to steal. That's her issue. That's her morality there. Sorry.
We agree to disagree on that one.
Well, in the comments, you guys are saying that $70,000 in 2026 might be around 45 to 50,000, as far as how far it stretches. Don't quote you, Yeah.
If you're in New York, yes, but $70,000 down south could get you kind of far. I ain't gonna lie.
Where?
70,000. I don't know. Do you know how many people really don't make that much?
I mean, where? Oh, I haven't worked for anybody.
That's what I'm saying. In a long time, it didn't hit me until you said like that people couldn't live on less than 100K. Because I'm like, man, there's a lot of people.
Oh, well,
boy, there's a lot. I
haven't.
People.
This is. I haven't. Yeah, this is the.
Yeah.
So.
No. I mean, that's just to say these businesses are not paying people what they're worth and what they're due. It's crazy when you really like. It's crazy.
You got to come down to reality with the peasants, because you ain't $70,000. I'm like, yo, that sounds amazing. I mean, for somebody to be an assistant principal, that you can do a lot with that, dog.
Okay, my bad.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Maybe I'm just making too much money. I don't know.
I'm not saying that's what she made either. I'm just saying based off of what I seen and when I looked it up.
And again, these are all allegations, and we don't know what was stolen. So if maybe police drops more information on this, we'll keep you posted, let you know what happens. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, police are saying the woman that was accused of stealing $400,000 from Lumpkin County was just found in Florida.
Y'all stealing a lot of money lately, bro.
People are just stealing. Times it's hard.
Hey, bro, they stealing a lot of money lately. So authorities identified the offender as Magdalena, Big Mag in the building. Big Magdalena. This is her last name too, Magdalena Magadin.
Okay.
It's a wild last name. Age 52, she is facing a felony charge of theft by deception. The exact amount reported taken was $399,416 and 13 cents. Did I say that correctly? I think I did. I think I said it wrong. So
$399,416.33.
There it goes. There it goes. The investigators have successfully recovered $100,000 of that money. $100,000 of that money. So that's pretty. That's pretty good. I think. Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I think that's pretty. I mean, not that she stole that much money. Here's my thing. Magdalena was probably about to go down to Florida because she got hit up in in Florida. She was probably about to go down to Florida to sit in the casinos for hours. She's 52 years old, boy. She was about to take that for $399,000, boy, and just sit at them casinos for hours, bro. For hours, dog. So Big Mag in the building.
Stole it from the finance department. That is crazy. And it really is crazy that so many people are doing this these days, because I didn't really even put two and two together until you just said that. We've been covering a lot of like
stealing money
stories.
Stealing money, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy.
Where are they at? That's what I'm saying. Like, if when next time y'all do it, you know.
Okay. Oh my God.
Oh man, because you know what? You're probably talking to the next guy we have to talk about, which is someone who's accused of stealing more than $600,000 worth of luxury goods from a house in Forsyth.
Yeah, people still do.
What is this? Hello, are y'all okay?
Yeah, this is and this is kind of crazy because this dude actually stole his safe. So the burglary occurred in September. But the safe, I looked up the how much a safe weighs, like a medium-sized safe, and it's like 300 to 700 pounds. And so there was only one person that was identified, a guy named Terry Cajamarco. He's 28. He is in connection with the crime, but Camarco is believed to be linked with South American theft group. So some South American theft group is out there stealing a bunch of stuff. Now, he is currently being held at an ICE detainer. So he's got that is good, but geez, don't clap for ICE, man. Good gosh, that's so wild.
Keep going.
Wild.
Keep going.
That he clapping for ICE. The safe contained a massive haul amount of like $150,000 in cash, gold bars, fine jewelry, luxury items, specifically designer handbags and hand watches. So they got off with a pretty...
They must have been casing that place.
For a while.
That's crazy.
For a while. But here's the thing. That's for you to... Because they carried... So what it says is they carried that out of the house. So they broke in, carried it out of the house. They got caught. The alarm went off and they ended up getting caught on the alarm system. But that's a large... I mean, it says it's a large safe. Removed from the upstairs closet, too.
Wasn't there something to do with how they actually got in? Because it looks like...
Yeah, they Wi-Fi jammed.
Though they Wi-Fi jammed it to be able to skew things. The homeowners left at 9:50 a.m. They got a security alarm notification at 12:08 p.m. And you're saying that they jammed the Wi-Fi to be able to like skew that, right?
Which is like... How do you even do that?
That's crazy.
Never even heard of you jamming the Wi-Fi before. That is crazy. But let's just count up how much money has been stolen today. Let's just see. Let's just do the math. So that's 1,600. So that's $1 million between the Lumpkin count, Magdalena, and the guy that's so sick. That's $1 million plus the 900 from the Walmart.
So we're just gonna like go past the fact that it was a South American group that was stealing.
No, what are we talking about? We clearly understand. Lana, listen, I don't think you realize that me and Lana are not against the legal immigrants that are in here doing wrong.
Multiple times.
We want the ones that are here causing trouble to leave. That's with anywhere.
Right.
I could go to a restaurant, and if there's a group of my people in there causing trouble, y'all, leave. Get up out of here. Yeah. Y'all interrupting my dinner. You know what I'm saying? I don't care that people are here illegally. But once you start interrupting peace, I'm a big fan of peace. So once you start interrupting peace, that's when I'm like, you gotta go.
Weren't you just watching some video where there was like a carrot farmer saying that you've deported all of my workers and like, what am I gonna do? This has happened multiple times to multiple farmers and hospitality industry people who are like, this is how the society is set up. This is who we've hired. And now they're all just gone. So what do you want to do? I mean, congrats. You got what you asked for, you got what you, because that's what you're doing. You're not just deporting the people who are causing the problems. You're deporting literally everybody, which some people say like, hey, that will give a black person, a white person, a Hispanic person who's in here, whoever's in here legally, the chance to go and pick those carrots up off the farm.
I was about to say, sounds like some job openings just opened up at that carrot farm. If you're looking for something.
He is putting it on camera because nobody's here wanting to do it. Hello, help. Nobody wants to work on a farm anymore? No.
But that's the thing, man. Nobody is... nobody does want to do that. Like, I mean, that's just the facts. Nobody wants to work on the farm.
We covered a story about AI taking people's jobs, right? And then Dale, we said, would you still work here if you didn't have to? And you was like, I don't know, man. I don't necessarily like working. There are people, everybody does not like working. I understand that you may not like the job, but you have to do what you have to do if it's a necessity. So no matter what, you're not going to like that job. You may not want to pick carrots. Nobody wants to do that. But if an opportunity presents itself, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Nobody likes working unless it's at Hot 97. I enjoy it here, but yeah. But if I had to feed kids and I had to feed my family, then I'll be a plumber if I need to.
Illegal immigrants were working those jobs. Like when we say nobody wants to, they were doing it. So that's where I think, and even, when in the beginning there were farms and hospitality industry people who were complaining about this, Trump administration said, oh, okay, well, we'll figure out how we can do this so you guys keep your workers, blah, blah, blah. And my whole point, like I've been saying, why are those people not also getting arrested for aiding and abetting? If we are going to say, let's hog tie the illegal immigrants in the middle of the street in the school pickup lines because they're illegal and they're supposed to be here and they're criminals, why are people getting away with paying them under the table and taking those jobs away from Americans? And that's fine. That's totally fine. In fact, I can complain about it online. It's so fine. What are we doing here? So I just feel like it should be either like we treat people humanely or we treat everybody like a criminal, but it's just they're cherry picking who gets to be in trouble. And that's what I don't like.
Hello.
Yeah, I feel it. And the carrot farmer should have been in jail. We'll keep it there too.
Well, in brighter news, Atlanta homicides are down 43%.
Yeah.
Since 2022.
Put the guns down.
Listen, I just felt like we should round this thing out with something positive because the Atlanta Police Department just basically put out their statistics. They do this all the time. They kind of take everything from last year and they tell you how they're doing compared to the previous years. And Atlanta Police Department reported 98 homicides in 2025, and that is down from where it was at 171 homicides back in 2022.
That's good. I mean,
crazy.
It's not good, but people still died. But it's getting better. God, that's such a crazy way to say I'm proud of y'all. That's such a wild way to say.
You didn't hit 100 for the first time since 2019.
Oh, man, that's so
That's
wild.
crazy. Because there are some states that don't have Hawaii. Again, I went to Hawaii and I was like, there's murders every day. And they were literally like, what? They were shocked. Hawaii, the area of the country, they hadn't had a murder in 10 years.
10?
Wow.
In 10 years. Wow. So the idea of just living with crime and shooting like this is just not a thing.
Oh, okay.
I had no idea. No idea.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's gone down though, man. I'm very, very, very glad. So y'all keep whatever y'all doing or not doing, keep doing it. Because yes.
What do you think could actually help with the crime problem? Because there are obviously people who try to look for solutions and they try to figure out how to reach these kids. What do you think would actually help crime in communities?
What do I think would actually help crime in communities? I don't know.
In the comments, if you guys have any suggestions.
That's a good question.
Let's talk about
That's a good question. What do I think? I would say the music, but 21 Savage just said F the streets movement. So, I would say the music, but they're kind of, trailing this way to put the streets down. So I really don't know, man.
I think education, putting more money into the education systems would definitely lower our crime rate. I don't have any stats to back that up right now, but I mean, if people had better access to go to college and get better jobs and educate themselves, I feel like we would start seeing some sort of decline.
I feel like that's a really good answer because the public school system is not meant to actually educate people or set them up for success in life.
Right.
And I think I had a little bit of privilege that I never even really acknowledged based on how hard my family fought to make me smart and make me get good grades. And I was always in kind of the AP classes and the higher echelon classes, rigor, at least wise. And I kind of thought that that's what everybody's life in high school was like, where they were all being challenged and, it was just really hard, homework heavy, and, we were all just learning so much. I didn't really even take into account the fact that I was in the AP classes and that, there were classes that were full of students who probably needed a little bit more help or they probably needed a little bit more direction or they probably needed somebody to push them like we were pushed in AP classes who then graduated and didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? And like the fact that the whole No Child Left Behind thing just let people just get passed through the system. No, you're failing? Go to the next grade. Failing? Go to the next grade. Now you can't read, can't do math. Nobody really even knows, what you do know. And you're just passing along through the grades and you graduate and then what? And you wonder why everybody chooses crime. I don't know what to do. Nobody really cared about me. I'll just go get money off these streets.
Right.
I think there needs to be more, not boys and girls clubs, male mentors.
Yeah.
100%. Definitely needs to be more. I used to mentor this kid from my mom's school for a while, but I think there's definitely needs to be way more male mentors because a lot of these boys ain't got no male figures. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying I'm the best mentor ever, but I definitely have some type of insight to give, to instill in some type of kid to be like, hey, bro, I done been through all this. So I can tell you where not to go and what not to do, X, Y, and Z. But I think the mentors that these kids have to look up to are just people in their hood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people that they see down the street and people that they see with a lot of money and the people that they see with a lot of girls. And, that just comes from being brainwashed and sitting in your own environment. And this is all you know, that this is it. They don't know no better. Even when they go to school, a lot of these kids don't know that there's more out there for them to get down with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I could be the smartest kid in the world, but then it's like, all right, man, I don't even know that I can go to college, or I don't even know how to get a hope, or this, that, and the third. So we say, hey, education, but a lot of those kids are very smart. They don't know what to do with the smartness.
Yes.
They don't know what to do with the education.
Yes.
They don't know where to take it. So it's like, we can put education in more the hoods and stuff like that. They don't know what to do with it though, bruh.
It was not even really designed to cater to what kids feel like they're good at.
Yeah.
It's just catered to be like, you're just going to learn everything. Just learn math, just learn science, just learn whatever. And you just end up getting lost in areas. Maybe you do a C or a D or an F in this one, and now you're stupid, and now you're this and that and the third. And like, especially those kids in those areas you're talking about, which like are heavy on the crime, some of those kids feel like they have no hope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they are watching just bodies drop in their neighborhood. The news shows up, does a story, people leave, life goes on, and that's just death. A lot of people aren't just surrounded by death like that. So these kids, they see that,
Yeah. Education.
Well, we're going to turn this around to a brighter note. When we come back, we'll be right back in a couple minutes. Welcome back to Hot 97 News. We see you over there in the comments. The guys are getting a little jealous
Hey,
that the streets love me best.
super duper, super duper. Watch out now. I know her man over speak. I got his number now. I'm playing.
But we appreciate you hanging out with us. We are going to talk about a couple stories first, and then we're going to talk about Ice Apocalypse. Because we just got to talk about it. Everybody's freaking out. But first, apparently there's a drug lord in Atlanta who just got sentenced to decades in prison after what some say would be a historic heroin seizure.
Yep, that part. The U.S. Attorney's Office of Northern District of Georgia announced the sentencing of Antonio Deshaun Daniels. His name was Freckleface.
Freckleface Sean.
Freckleface Sean.
Yes, sir.
That's scary because, I mean, if any like big gangster guy has like a sweet name like that, I'm like terrified.
Well, you saw his picture.
Yeah, I was terrified to put it up.
He didn't want to put it up because he didn't want to smoke. He just said his government name and his alias.
This guy is dangerous. So federal authorities spent years investigating a large-scale Atlanta-based drug trafficking organization led by Antonio Daniels, Freckleface. The case reached its peak in 2020 of July. The investigation started on July 27th, and a jury convicted him eventually. This is his charges of conspiracy to distribute heroin, fentanyl, and cocaine, possession with intent to distribute controlled substances, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of a firearm in furtherance of drug trafficking. Daniels was sentenced to 40 years in prison.
God, dog.
Yeah, followed by 10 years of supervised release. And then authorities seized more than 170 kilos of heroin. Yeah, mixed with fentanyl.
Nasty.
from
I
two
think I'm
different
Big
Atlanta
Meech.
locations.
Right. Larry Hoover.
I think I'm Big
Listen.
Meech.
Listen.
Larry Hoover.
So I was going to ask you, though, what did he look like? You saw his
All right,
picture.
so he was a light skin. But he had like freckles all over his face. Redhead too, I think.
Yeah, he was.
I believe he was a redhead.
With
Yeah.
braids. With braids.
I'm
and a beard.
terrified. I ain't gonna lie. I'm terrified. So just in case you don't understand, 170 kilos of heroin is more than $2.1 million in cash. Like around $2.1 million.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
sheesh.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
He had millions. So it was interesting. It was very interesting. The operation was supplied by the Cartel de Jalisco.
Yeah.
Nueva Generacion.
You need to learn Spanish, my
Yep.
guy.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was an operation supplied by the CJNG. The CJNG. Y'all know about the CJNG?
Nope.
I don't.
I don't. Don't know nothing about none of these folks.
And I don't know nothing about nothing he said.
Yep.
He found this story.
He found this. Just in case you watching this, Mr. Freckleface.
Well, just
I
in
didn't
case.
look. I didn't look up this story.
I would
I
never
didn't want to
put this
talk
story
about
in
it.
me either.
Dang. Chill. Y'all freaking me out. All right, so look. I'll say it like this. So the CJNG is a Mexican-based transportational drug trafficking organization identified by the U.S. government as the most powerful and violent cartel in the world. Yeah. They supply fentanyl, heroin, methamphetamine, and cocaine.
I'm pretty sure they didn't want that information out.
I'm just saying. Oh, no, it's public.
I wouldn't have said that.
Oh my God. Hey,
I
look.
hear that? That's
look,
so funny.
Look, it's public information. The FBI, the DEA has put this out there. So,
Yeah,
we got
hey,
you. Yeah, we
No,
got
don't
it's all- we're
shoot
just
me,
kidding.
the messenger.
No,
Don't
no,
shoot
hey,
me,
brother.
the messenger.
That's what we're doing. We're the news. We're the
Right.
news. We're
Yeah,
telling you
we
the
just-
news.
yeah,
It's all a
right.
joke.
Right,
We're just
right.
kidding with you. Yeah.
Yeah, just kidding.
I think that this is part of why, the president is saying he might be doing some land strikes in Mexico.
Oh yeah.
We're still waiting to see if that's happening. In fact, I just looked up to see just the latest on that because a lot of the drug problem does come from Mexico. The fentanyl trafficking,
Yeah.
I think it is diabolical that they mixed fentanyl in heroin. Heroin's heroin enough without the fentanyl. You know what I
Heroin is
mean?
heroin enough. I love that. That is that has to be a tag somewhere. Heroin is heroin enough. What else do you need?
They're coming back. You don't need to do this to them. That's crazy.
Oh, that's
Man.
funny, bro. That
Yeah.
is hilarious.
We probably ain't gonna do nothing unless they got oil or something. Does Mexico have oil? That's what we got to figure out. Because if they got oil, we'll be over there.
Well,
Yeah,
Let's hope not.
we'll send them troops quick.
let's hope not. CJNG though. CJNG. Is that what they're
CJNG.
doing? Okay.
CJNG.
Okay, so this is why I don't like AI. I tell you guys all the time. I'm asking ChatGPT, and I said, just what's the latest on whether the U.S. is going to do land strikes in Mexico? And it said, there's no confirmed, publicly acknowledged U.S. move to carry out land strikes inside Mexico. What is happening is a mix of escalatory rhetoric and contingency planning reports, blah, 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 basically saying, like, I didn't ask you what you thought was going to happen. I asked you what's been said, like what is about to happen, what's going on, and whether or not they're going to do this or not. Obviously, we don't know if that's real, but we didn't think that the Venezuelan president was going to get kidnapped. So who are you to say you don't think land strikes are really going to happen?
Right.
It's been floated. I put it on the board. So, yeah, there have been multiple outlets that have reported that President Trump said the U.S. would begin hitting land against drug cartels, and that suggested that it could move from where we've seen it in the ocean to actual land, because they said after a while, a lot of the drug trafficking that's been coming from the ocean has been stopped.
Right.
We're blowing boats out of the water. Of course it's going to stop. So they're saying now they're moving on to land primarily, and so they could potentially do that. Mexico's president has said, no, you're not. You're not coming here. No troops coming over here. We'll collaborate with you guys. We'll, share information, but he ain't going to put no troops over here. Trump always says, and does whatever he wants. But it's for things like this. Like, there is clearly a lot going on in Atlanta, especially. And we've seen it time and time again come from Mexico because the cartels, the farmers markets.
Farmers market, 50 fentanyl. Bro, it was horse tranquilizers that he was giving out. Remember?
Last week?
Yeah.
Or earlier this week.
Thousands of pills of horse tranquilizer. And he was of Mexican descent. He was of
National,
Mexican descent.
Yes.
I was about to say.
So worried about getting
He was of Mexican descent. Allegedly. Yo, let me stop, man. Hey, man, I don't want nobody coming for me, man.
Hey, yo.
We got to get this train back on track.
Go ahead, Lana. Go ahead, Lana.
Okay. Why don't we just move on stories?
Go
We
ahead,
got
go
it.
ahead,
You
go
know,
ahead, go ahead.
we'll tell you where he lives if anybody feels the need to. Here's some positive news. The emergency alert was lifted at Morris Brown College after there was a threat. They looked into it. It was totally, everything's fine. But Morris Brown College has been in the news a lot.
Bro, they can't catch a break, dog.
Hold on now.
They can't catch a break. So, 9:30 a.m. emergency alert issued. Morris Brown College posted an emergency alert on social media and sent notifications to students via email and text. Students and staff were instructed not to come to campus. The college transitioned immediately to a virtual learning day, moving all classes and administrators to operations online only. So, 11:30 a.m., that's when the alert lifted. And, 2 hours later, President Kevin James, shout out to Dr. Kevin James, announced that the alert had been dropped and the campus was cleared to resume normal operations. I'm good.
Amen.
Yeah. So Morris Brown, y'all can't catch a break. I'm sorry. But, hey, Dr. Kevin James, I'm glad you're back.
Do you know what the whole situation was even about?
So the threat arrived around some email that some members of campus, somebody had sent out an email. So reports indicated the email contained multiple racial slurs and explicit threats of violence. And you know who I probably was? Probably the people that fired Dr. Kevin Brown, Dr. Kevin James. It was probably them trying to get him back up. Hey, let's try to shake him up. Let's see what he's gonna do.
Oh, he wants to be here so bad.
Yeah. Let's try to see what he's gonna do.
That's funny. But actually, I did see that a lot of HBCUs got similar threats like this. You know what I mean? Including places here in Atlanta. So Atlanta University Center universities also got it. Morris, Spelman, all that. Wiley University in Texas got it. Alcorn State University in Mississippi got it. And sometimes I just don't know, why do y'all just come after HBCUs like this? Because I never see PWI institutions
There it goes.
get death threats and just all these bomb threats this much.
There it goes. Well,
It's crazy.
You said it.
They threatened HBCUs after Charlie Kirk died.
Yep.
HBCUs didn't have nothing to do with that.
I don't know why they come after us.
For what?
Made no sense.
Y'all saying us.
Yeah, us.
You ain't go to no HBCU?
I didn't go to college.
Oh, he said
I did go to college. I did. No HBCUs.
He said, what do you mean us? You did go to one,
I
right?
went to HBCU. Shout out Fort Valley State University. The Fort Valley State University.
All right.
That's what we are.
All right.
Any HBCUer does that. They be like, the.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta
That's
say
true. That's true.
the.
Yeah, but why don't they bomb threat PWIs?
I mean, it's probably good that they don't. I mean, why do they bomb?
You know what I'm saying? I say bomb. I say bomb threats.
And why do they bomb threat anybody?
Well, we know
What these
why.
kids
we
got
know
to do
why
with
HBCUs.
anything? Because they are just they're adults, but they're basically kids. Like, what are you bomb threatening children for?
No, for sure.
They just left high school in some cases. Leave them people alone.
Well, also, Morris Brown just got their president back. Like,
Yes.
bruh, leave them all the way alone.
Right.
Bruh. They still trying to figure out some internal things in the house. Like, don't send them nothing crazy. God, dog.
Yeah.
Quick background on that. The president there basically got the out for literally no reason that was at least publicly told to the people. So everybody was like, why did he get fired? He didn't know why he got fired. His contract was for a few more years. So then he probably told them, per my contract, you can't do this. And they said, oh yeah, we can't. And they put him back in there. So the whole thing was stupid. I think he now needs to be a Black History Month figure. Because I don't know what just happened to him, but he came out on top. And he deserves to be in the Black History Month Rolodex.
I respect that.
Of figures.
Dr. Kevin James.
I think these bomb threaters need to realize something. There are white people that go to HBCUs too. You're not just hurting Black people.
I know.
It's a mixed conglomerate. Like, dang.
Amen.
It's just not majority white people.
They think the bomb is just gonna go like this.
Right.
It's gonna swerve. It's gonna swerve around the white people and hit the Black people. Oh, excuse me, Mr. White Man. Oh, boom.
Not for you.
That's hilarious.
Dang.
Crazy. Okay, but nothing crazier than Ice Apocalypse. Are you ready for Ice Apocalypse, Atlanta?
Are y'all ready for ice apocalypse? Did you stock up?
Are we having ice apocalypse?
I mean, we really never know when it comes to any type of weather, especially stuff like this from Atlanta, bro. We've had so many reports on like what's gonna happen. So I mean, who knows?
I can really only think of like 2-3 times in like my long life dealing with Atlanta and Metro Atlanta, kind of Georgia in general. Not North Georgia, but just, down here where we are, not in the mountains, that really deal with snow. Like when they say, oh, it's going to be a big thing. And then it was actually a big thing.
Yeah.
One time it was a big thing and we didn't know it was going to be a big thing.
And that was the worst.
Good
gosh.
Snowpocalypse.
Yes, bro.
Y'all didn't know it was coming?
No, nobody knew.
Nobody knew. That's why everybody got trapped on the highway.
Nobody knew it was coming.
Nobody knew it was going to be that bad.
Nobody knew it was coming. And that was the worst I've ever seen.
What year was that?
2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2015. Yeah, that was the worst I've ever seen Atlanta, like, ever.
Yeah.
Like,
that was crazy.
Bruh. And everybody was like, I mean, because Atlanta didn't know what was happening. We didn't have enough salt trucks. But after that, I will say Atlanta stacked up on salt trucks. Anytime anything was like remotely, you could have, and they would have been like, salt truck. You could have just remotely said the word snow.
I think that's actually why the meteorologists in Atlanta and the city of Atlanta get so hyped up every single time because they just feel bad. It's like remorse from that time they had y'all trapped on the highway. Because that was before people really knew you needed to have a blanket, you needed to have some snacks, you need to like have stuff in the car just in case, no matter what. Because people literally had to leave their car, abandon it on the highway, and just leave.
Dang.
People ran out of gas. I mean, nobody expected. Everybody got trapped.
That's
crazy.
And then people were stealing cars. Like once the snow, like y'all remember this? People were coming with tow trucks and like tow their cars away and then steal them. Yeah,
crazy.
It was a huge thing, man. So I think we got some tips and trades.
We got some actual information for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so the National Weather Service has issued an ice storm warning for parts of North Georgia, and this seems to be a moving target. It always is. The models change. You never really know until you're going through it, right? So right now, the counties who are under an ice storm warning are Dawson, Lumpkin, White, Forsyth, Hall, Banks, Jackson, and Madison. And then cities within the warning include Dawsonville, Dahlonega, Cleveland, Cumming, Gainesville, Homer, Comer, and Commerce. So that's not a lot of like Atlanta cities and counties, which is good. So a lot of us might miss this unless the model shifts back down south. So we really just don't know right now.
Yeah.
Man, could you do?
But
Exactly.
But Atlanta is taking some good measures. They said they're gonna bring out the salt trucks. They're gonna do what they gotta do to make sure that the ice does not affect our daily lives if it does come. As a matter of fact, Mayor Dickens had recently said something on it.
Hey Atlanta, Mayor Andre Dickens here. We're closely monitoring an incoming winter weather event, which could include freezing rain. So I want to speak to you directly. City crews, they are ready. We're pre-treating priority roads, monitoring water systems, preparing for downed trees, and ensuring that our 911 and emergency teams are fully staffed and positioned to respond. But right now, you can help by preparing at home. Charge your devices, stock up on food, water, and batteries, and please bring your pets inside. And check on our seniors and vulnerable neighbors. Please only call 911 for true emergencies. 311 is available for non-emergency needs. And for real-time updates, follow at City of Atlanta, and you can follow me at Andre for Atlanta on social
Why
media.
we put this whole thing in here?
He would. First of all, why he got on that jacket like he finna be outside helping? He ain't finna be outside doing nothing. He ain't finna be outside doing nothing. Talking about as soon as the video was done. All right, get the thing off me. We don't need this no more. Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah. I want this on. That's funny. I did also note he said the priority roads are going to go and be salted with the salt trucks. And they do that. Okay, so they hit the priority, like the big highways first, the main roads that they know people are going to be on. And then they get to the secondary roads. But then there are some roads that they literally cannot get to. You know what I mean? So some people are just screwed. In that sense.
Last year, y'all remember it did snow. It was like snowy. It was a lot of ice.
Yes.
I stayed in East Point. So I could not get out of my neighborhood because of the ice. I
Wow.
was on top of a slope. I remember trying to get into my neighborhood and my car slid right back down.
Oh, my
Slid
gosh.
right back down the hill. No salt there at all.
Yeah.
I had to just park in a neighboring neighborhood and then walk to my crib.
That's crazy.
It's so, and that's why I'm glad you pointed that out, because we need you to hit everywhere. We don't need you to just salt up all of Atlanta. There's East Point that needs salt. There's Jonesboro that needs salt. We need salt everywhere, dog.
You better be an advocate. Yes.
Salt does need to be everywhere for sure.
Because it really does suck when you're in one of those non-priority areas because you got to go home too.
Yeah.
But the governor also says that he's on top of this, and he says that he has declared a statewide state of emergency ahead of Winter Storm Fern, if you didn't know that's what it was called. And that's going to allow up to 500 Georgia National Guard troops to be deployed if needed, but it's also going to prevent them from price gouging. That's when you know you need all this stuff, and then you just see the price go up to something stupid because of it in the lead up. So they say they can't do all that.
Gas stations.
Gas stations, exactly.
Because how much was
Toilet paper.
the water doing snowpocalypse? Let me look this up. How much was a case of water?
Oh,
They started price gouging during the
Yeah.
snowpocalypse?
people! Oh my gosh!
Bro, they started flipping it.
Oh,
They started flipping water, bro. They were flipping water, bro.
Which reminds us, while you're looking that up, there are some things that you probably do need to get to survive if there's an ice storm. Most people have already kind of prepared for it because the shelves are empty. Y'all always go for bread. Y'all are not about to eat all these sandwiches this weekend. I don't know why people always just go for all the bread, the milk. You're not drinking no milk.
Yeah, that's
If you don't have a refrigerator and it goes out, you are not drinking milk. Some
Also,
things that go are like,
very odd combo.
it's always the bread and the milk.
A sandwich and some milk. Like, it's not even a peanut butter jelly. Y'all making like turkey and cheese and some milk. That's gonna have y'all stomach toe up.
oh my
Toe
God.
up.
I need to go get some tissue. Is it too late to grab some
no.
tissue?
Yeah,
y'all?
brother.
Probably.
Yeah, you're done.
Oh.
You're done. You're cooked, as the Youngs would say. You're cooked.
Ooh.
The water.
So a case of water, a gallon of water back then was like $1.21. That's how much they would sell it for. During that time, averaging $4 for a gallon.
And it's
of
diabolical.
water, bruh. That
Just
was
because
nuts.
I know you need it.
Yeah,
I'm going
bruh.
to put $3 extra on it. That's crazy.
Supply and demand, man. Supply and demand. I mean, shoot.
Now it's just if you can afford it, you
Yeah.
can buy it. You know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So yeah, if y'all don't need something at the crib, don't go grab it. All right, leave some for everybody else. And also, if you ain't got no Sam's Club card, go in Sam's Club with a buddy. You know, just walk behind somebody.
Take a friend.
Yeah, or if you see somebody out in the parking lot, walk behind them. Okay, get inside. Hey, can I use your Sam's Club card? I need to buy some extra stuff. Boom, use that.
I
You know
think
what
they
mean?
make you scan it again at the checkout. I
That's-
think they done caught on.
Then here's what
they
you
know.
You just walk with that person around the store.
Oh, you ain't leaving me. I ain't leaving you.
I need to use your card
Yeah.
to get out. You know what I mean? So y'all get y'all essentials and bundle up.
But there are reportedly, some things that are the best things to get if you happen to find yourself hungry, and they don't require refrigeration or cooking. Water, of course, 1 gallon per day per person, they say. Peanut butter, nuts, granola bars or protein bars, canned fruits and vegetables, canned soups, canned beans, cereal, meat jerky, extra baby formula if you need it, extra pet food if you need it. What I notice about that list, this is a lot of ultra processed food. It's a lot of the food's gonna make you potentially sick. It's not real food. Got a lot of chemicals. It's crazy that the stuff that does last is the stuff that's like fake.
Dang.
Oh yeah, canned foods last forever.
Like if I wanted to eat healthy, but I didn't need it to be refrigerated, like what could I get? I guess apples. You get just like some fruit.
Those even eventually go bad.
Yeah. I mean, it'll last you the weekend. But.
Yeah, well, it depends on how much you eat apples. You know what I mean? I don't eat apples like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, canned food stays in forever.
They're also putting out some necessities for your home just in case things do pop off. You need to have a flashlight, extra batteries. You need to have prescription medications, baby supplies, first aid kits, heating, fuel, and a properly ventilated emergency heat source, fire extinguisher, and a working smoke alarm. make sure your smoke alarms have some batteries in them.
Black people. That's for black people. Black people, make sure your alarm has batteries in it.
Boy, I don't want to call my mom out. Boy,
that thing be beep.
beep for years. And it was just, it became so normal you ignore it. And
Bro.
I didn't know that was a black thing until like I grew up and people like, why do black people always have their like things that don't work? I'm like, God, was it really a thing?
Yeah, that's us.
Boy,
That's us.
nuts.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Every
That
once
is
in a while.
really wild.
What he said, though, about protecting the seniors amongst us and the vulnerable amongst us, that is such a good point. And what you said reminded me of that because it talks about just heating and whatnot. You can't get too close to some of those heaters. Blankets can catch. Things that you wear, clothing, it can catch to some of those heaters. So please make sure if your people are in a wheelchair or they are just not able to move that fast, that they know where the heaters go and where to stay safe. I can't tell you how many stories I've done as a reporter where that has been a problem. And I don't want to make it dark, but it has been a problem. So just know where your heaters are in relation to things because fires happen a lot like that.
Yeah.
Be warned.
Yeah.
Are y'all prepared though? Let's be honest. Are everybody prepared for
No, I keep trying to tell y'all, I am zero prepared.
At
bro.
all?
No.
So what do y'all do what do y'all do in this situation during the weekend? Like when you got to be cooped up at the house by yourself? Do y'all have things that y'all already planned on? Like I plan on playing video games all weekend. Like that's
If
like,
your
I
power
never-
goes out though.
Like well then I've
Oh,
downloaded
Yes.
movies. I've got a few
Really,
movies
yeah?
downloaded. Yeah.
Okay.
So I plan on doing absolutely like for once nothing. Like absolutely,
nice.
like absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
For once. So what do y'all plan on?
damn, are you usually that busy that you don't know what to do at home?
Bruh, what?
What?
Trying to tell you.
That's crazy. So what do I do at my house on the
Yeah,
weekend?
bro.
Boy, I love at home. I never leave home.
well.
I got so much I could do. I mean, clean,
Well,
do chores,
better than me.
find something to decorate. I don't know.
Oh, you're amazing.
You
Yeah,
know.
I don't got time.
Read a
for that.
book. You could read a book.
Don't have time to read.
Yeah.
But you gonna watch TV this weekend?
But I'm not gonna read. Why would I waste my time reading when I can watch TV?
Reading is fun.
This is my free time. I don't want to read.
So you
during my
could
free
read for
time.
fun. You don't know the right books.
Yeah, you don't know the right books. I read and I have a nice little cigar with me. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. A
can
nice little
imagine you.
cigar, a nice book, maybe a little glass of whiskey, and then that is it. That'll do it for me.
Oh,
Okay.
do it for
that's
me.
nice.
That'll
That's
do it.
very
like-
wholesome.
Sounds 70 years old. What? A nice cigar, a nice whiskey, a nice book.
That's so true.
What are you, grandpapa?
Puzzles,
What in the world?
puzzles, cards, board games. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Little Uno action, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what the people who are the smartest do. Just invite all your friends to your house, have a sleepover, and then just hang out all weekend. That'd be actually really fun.
That does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And y'all don't get pregnant during this either, because
Yeah.
that's how there was a lot of snowpocalypse babies, because y'all was cooped up at the crib. A lot of COVID babies because y'all was cooped up at the crib. This don't mean it's just time to, willy nilly. No, man.
Listen, and some of these schools are closed too, so you're gonna have the kiddos at home. You gotta find something for them to do. All the weekend activities have been canceled school-wise. If there was an event, a game, any kind of extracurricular, that's done because they got to make sure the kids are safe too.
No, for sure.
But that's also meaning, parents, y'all gonna be with the kids.
Now I did read this earlier today too, that all of this will roll. They say it will roll over to Monday. They say so. What they're saying is Sunday rains will wash out some of the ice or whatever, but then Monday temperatures will get below freezing. and
Yes.
freeze over again. So that's what they're saying. So, but it's up to you guys to keep track on this. You know what I mean?
I need to grab my phone. Can you take me off camera real quick? Oh, that works. I was trying to not be rude,
it's
but
okay.
I think we're gonna be. Let me think about it. We still are supposed to be going live
Now he does it.
on the 26th, I believe.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yes,
So
that's the plan.
If you are sitting at home, tune into our first live show episode.
Such a good point. I was actually trying to look up the weather because what you said is the last thing that I saw. We don't have a meteorologist here, so
We don't.
who's going to tell you.
Yeah, we definitely ain't gonna just say anything.
So we're here in, Orlando. Boy, Orlando's going to be 78
Wow.
78, 85 on Monday,
I know
on
they love
Sunday.
it.
Boy, I know they are living.
I know they loving it.
In Orlando. Okay, we got a winter storm watch. Yes, they said that's not you. So Monday, the low is 15 degrees. High is 34 degrees right now.
Okay.
So right now, it's looking like there is going to be precipitation all the way up until like 6 o'clock-ish on Sunday, which means that, if it then begins to freeze, that wet could turn into black ice.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. Make sure your area is good. And that is going to do it for us, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. We will see you next week.
Peace.